products from apps to games to merchandise. In fact, according to Dheeraj Sinha of Bates 141, SRK is almost creating an event, a platform like IPL, which is very tempting for the brands.
From the brand perspective, as I said, being part of this large visibility event, so to say, is a good moment to be. It's like the reason that you participate in IPL, because it's the biggest frenzy happening in the country. If you stay out of that, you won't be seen at all. It's pretty much the same reason. It's probably in that sense that kind of an event which is happening, and you would like yourself to be seen on that platform.
So are you implying that Shah Rukh Khan has not made a film? He's actually created a franchise which brands see as an avenue to participate in?
Yes, absolutely. To my mind, what he's building is an asset, right? And it's a property. So if it does well now, obviously there's so many franchises of the brand as of now, and he can take it forward, right? So there can be a Ravan 2, a Ravan 3. And I think Bollywood is now waking up to this reality that you can create properties, you can encash them, you can build on them. And in that sense, I would say it all works to the advantage of Bollywood, which means that you can do quality production, you can pump in a good amount of money, and you can do world-class cinema sitting out of here. Maybe not so much in content, but definitely in the way it's packaged and the way it's marketed.
Of course, there's a lot riding for Shah Rukh Khan on the personal front as well. Competition has never been so tough. Salman Khan is the current king of the box office after hits in a row from Dabangg to Ready to Bodyguard. And Ajay Devgan and Amir have had their series of successes as well. But an individual's fight to stay ahead of the game is only a small subtext of a larger script.
There is that whole element of narcissism around a superstar that brings him the persona, and I say him because it's always the male star, and that persona leads to various other things that the person makes their money from. So it doesn't matter whether a film bombs or a film is a huge success, so long as the persona keeps getting bigger, that FMCG product keeps getting bigger in the process. For instance, like let's say it's like at some level, if you draw analogy in pure business terms, if there is a company, say X company, that has released a particular film, now maybe they've lost money. Now if it's a listed company, for instance, they would rather show that the movie was a hit, because what is a hit and flop in a few crores, where they're listed company, their stocks are rising, then there's a whole lot of money being made which is much bigger than they would make from a particular film. So I think the stock of a movie star at some level, at least in the case of Shah Rukh Khan, truly in the case of Salman Khan as well, to a large extent, is really about the visibility of that person. And I think Shah Rukh is using this as a vehicle for his own visibility, which is largely the stock value of his own self. So the hit and flop of a film becomes irrelevant in such a process.
But even though what Shekhar says is true, the real story of Ravan and what's at stake is far bigger. Up next, the real story, break ke baad.
Wherever the film industry has waned, it's because it does not have personalities to take it forward.